Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the kitchen build. First, we'll look at the doors I built for the lower cabinet. I'm using my drill press to bore a 35mm hole for the European hinges. And these are all the pieces for the drawer fronts. After the final sanding, I then applied a clear coat. Then it was time to build the drawer boxes. I cut a dado in the sides to accept the 1/4-inch bottom. Here are all the parts and pieces laid out and ready for assembly. Then it was back to the bus to install the drawer glides. Once that was complete, I could then install the drawers. I then began building the upper cabinet. I built a jig in order to cut small wedges. I cut the wedges out of mahogany, cherry, pecan, walnut, and Spanish cedar. Here, I have the pattern laid out to match the curve of the ceiling. After a little fine-tuning, it fit just right. I could then install the center bulkhead. And finally, it was time for a face frame and a little clear coat. The jig that I made was so much fun to use, I decided to make 4 panels for the doors. Each panel was made up of 22 individual pieces. After the glue was dry, I used the miter saw and the table saw to square up the panels. I then used my router with a panel raising bit to shape the edges of the panels. After the panels were complete, it was time to work on the stiles and rails. I first cut a dado and then created tenons. I used my miter gauge to make the shoulder cuts and the tenoning jig to make the cheek cuts. Once all those pieces were complete, it was time for assembly. I used a small roundover bit to create the profile on the edge of the doors. After lots of detail sanding, I was then able to move on to my favorite part, the clear coat. Okay, I lied. My favorite part was actually installing them in the bus. And remember, kids, sharing is caring. Please be sure to like and share. Thanks so much.